So we are getting a feed here. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, my people? We are live. We are live. All right. We're live on YouTube, about to get things going on TikTok. Let's get everything up and running. Let's get everything up and running, guys. And so we do. All right, looking good, looking good, looking good. TikTok. Let's get the TikTok up and running as well. All right, guys. So we're live on TikTok as well. We are good to go, guys. How's your weekend? How's your weekend been? How's your weekend been, guys? Let me know how your weekend has been, guys. Mine was quite restful. Literally just, you know, relaxing the whole time. But we're back, we're back in these markets. And today for the NASDAQ, I am bearish so far. Right? We do have a huge new week opening gap below price. And based on what price has done overnight, it does tell me that price wants to head lower. So as always, what we wait for is a pullback into a significant gap, and then we can see if we can take shorts. All right. So that's the plan. All right, that's the plan. We have an order block up here, so probably wait for price to pull back into that area, and then boom, try to catch a short. Okay. So make sure you guys are locked in. We do have, so I decided to come on the live streams like 30 minutes earlier because I noticed that I've been scrambling to kind of get the stream started, right? When I come on exactly at the open. So now I come on the live streams, or I will be coming on the live streams like 30 minutes before they open so that we can see what's going on before the market actually opens. So I think we're pretty good. Pretty good. How was your weekend, guys? Guys, we're streaming on multiple platforms. So yeah, you can check us out on the Red app and here, right here on TikTok. Okay. All right, cool. So today's pretty straightforward. If I go to the 30-minute time frame, you can tell that we've taken out Friday's high. All right. And as soon as we took out Friday's high, I want to make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Hold on. Let me know if you guys can see my screen okay. I think you guys can see my screen, right? Gold Trader, welcome in. All right. So basically, if you guys can see my screen, we took out yesterday's high right here, this high. And as soon as we took that high, we immediately can see the reaction. We slowed down and it immediately came closing below this low. So this is considered an area where we can take sells. So market opens in about 25 minutes. I'll just wait for price to pull back into this area. We'll see if we can catch a nice rejection on the lower time frames. And then we'll probably take a sell. So guys, on Telegram, right? I think I've finally set it up correctly. So when I take a trade on MT5, it immediately goes into the free VIP Telegram group. It puts the um it puts the entry level, it puts the stop loss level, and it puts the take profit level all in the Telegram. Okay. So if you wanted to get access to that, just check the link in my bio. I'm sure you find the link, the Telegram link somewhere there. All right. But we are live, guys. We are live. It's been it feels like a long weekend. It feels like it's been a long weekend, but we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. All right. Yeah, I do reckon that when the market opens, it might just play around. All right, then it will just finally begin to push up. And when it does, we know what to do. All right, we just patiently wait and see if we can catch something. All right, anything in this area would be perfect. Stops will be above these highs. All right, and we can target a 1:2 or 1:3. But for me, today's a Monday, guys. We don't have any high impact news releases, so I will be doing a 1:2. All right, I'll be doing a 1:2 because today's a Monday. And as always, you know that on Mondays you need to reduce your risk, especially when you don't have any strong fundamental news releases that will move the markets. All right, so we just need to wait until we get into this area. We do have a 3-minute gap in here. See if we can make some money today. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If this is your first time joining, make sure you follow, make sure you spam the likes, and stick and stay. Let's make some money today. Yeah, so I've been literally, guys, been working on the whole connection just to make sure that everything is in sync. Everything I do, try to make it fully transparent inside the Telegram. You see all the trades I'm taking automatically. I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll try to test this week. When I take the trades, I'm sure everything should like pop into the channel automatically. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Today's a Monday. Today is a Monday. I don't know if I have high hopes for Mondays, but we know to reduce our risk, especially on Mondays when we do not have any high impact news releases. All right. All right. Welcome in, Munir, Best Tech, Yawa, OTF, Lakiz GH, Maxi Don GH, Clyde, Hardcore Junior, do. Welcome in, welcome in. Yo, Gilly. My G, bro, you've been popping in like a ghost into my streams, bro. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's been a while. It's been a while, my G. Oh my goodness. All right, hopefully we can catch something. We do have some time. We do have 20 minutes off of my side. Oh, Charlie, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Never been better, bro. Never been better. Yeah. I'm trying to be consistent with the streams. I previously wasn't very consistent, but now I'm getting a little more consistent with the streams. So every day we're on here. We're on here, bro. Yes, sir. So we do have 20 minutes until the market opens up. So we do have 20 minutes until the market. All right, just checked YouTube. We're good on YouTube as well. Wow, okay. Yeah, so if you guys wanted to like get the YouTube stream, you can get my entire screen on YouTube. Yeah, I think I need to check the YouTube quality. I think we're good. We're good. We're live today. We're here quite early. So let me know if you guys have any questions. If you want us to look at some other charts, we can look at gold. I know gold is your favorite. You guys love to trade gold. So we'll check in on gold. We're going to check in on gold real quick. Thanks for the follow. Let's spam the likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, guys. Yeah, let me know how's the quality. How's are the charts clear? Like, is it clear? Is it very clear? Because it's not looking too clear to me. I don't know. But let me know if the chart is clear. You guys can see the charts okay. It's good? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I was checking YouTube and it was looking super weird. All right, so what we're waiting for at this point is we're just waiting for an aggressive move into this area. We're looking for an aggressive push to the upside. Hopefully that would come at the open in about 15 minutes. We look for an aggressive move, right? And then a classic entry model is to wait for a change in the state or a change of character in this area to take the trade down. If we don't get that, there are other things that I look at, right? So let's just see if we can get price coming in here. Yeah, but again, the reason why, let me just take a few steps back. The reason why I'm also looking to take price down is because of this huge gap that was left when the market opened, right? And what do we know about huge gaps? When the market opens up and it leaves like a huge gap, like 10 out of 10 times, right? Price will come to close this gap before it proceeds to do whatever it wants to do, right? So it just makes sense that we should look for a move to the downside, at least to take out this low, at least to get to the midpoint of this gap. So that's the reason why I want price to come down, and this is the best place for price to turn around to do that. So we're looking for a push up and then a push down into this area. Okay. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the follow. All right, market opens in 15. MP Boss, thanks for following. Market opens in 15 minutes, guys. Hopefully we can catch something nice. We can catch something nice. Last week's PA was dicey. Bro, and there's something interesting I wanted to show you guys. I think the guys on YouTube will be able to see this, but I was putting the strategy inside of TradingView, and can you guys see the win rate? I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up. The win rate, like after a couple tweaks here and there, the win rate was crazy. Let's see if you guys can see that. So yeah, I think you guys can see this, but you can't see the rest of the screen. But yeah, I try to put the strategy inside of TradingView, the TradingView strategy thing, right? and the results were absolutely insane. So what I'm trying to do now is automate this so that you guys can get the signals that the trading view bot is taking, right? So this is over a period of since June, so over a period of 2 months, and it took 13 trades. I think it lost one, but the 12 trades were all profitable. So that is absolutely incredible, making a ton of progress, guys. But welcome in anyway. Welcome in, welcome in. It took us quite some time to get the trading view indicator working perfectly. Your strategy. So my strategy is not like I can't put a name to it, but it's basically a series of things that I've picked from um, multiple mentors, right? But it's primarily based on market structure and liquidity. Those two are the key things that my strategy uses. Do I teach my strategy? Do I teach? I think I do. I teach. So I kind of teach on the live streams, right? I kind of teach the strategy on the live streams. I started a WAP course a couple months ago, but really I haven't really taken it very seriously. But yeah, I should continue. I should continue. I don't know if I really want to do that, but yeah. But yeah, I do share ton of information on the live streams. Um, I do share a ton of information on the live streams though. I've been in short since 7:59. How we feeling on holding through the open? Let's see. Alfie, are you trading NQ, MNQ futures? I guess you are. Hold on. Wait, did you say 579? All right, if you're, whoa, that is literally top ticked. Right, if you're holding from 579, right, then you're pretty safe to hold. You're pretty safe to hold. The only thing is at this point you should be break even, or maybe like you should have taken some profits off because it's quite a distance that price has moved from that level. So I will, advise you to keep holding. We do have the gap below price, so price could definitely keep moving to the downside. Yeah. Alexander, do I think gold will go up? Let me see. Let's see. Let's pop into gold. Let's see what's happening on gold. I haven't looked at gold, but let's see what's happening on gold. Gold is moving quite similar to the NASDAQ. Okay, it's moving quite similar to the NASDAQ, and I've noticed this over the past couple. Well, I say past couple of days. Yeah, past couple of days. In that case, if that's the case, like if gold is moving similar to NQ, I do anticipate that gold will dig deeper into this area, right, before maybe pulling back to the upside, right? Because gold has already, if you look from overnight price action, we've already tapped into some significant gaps, and then we've left this high alone, and we're continuing to create bearish structure. Okay, so I think on gold the move has even already begun, right? The move has already begun. I think we're already starting to push down, right? So yeah, I reckon if look for today, right, on both gold and NQ, my buyers are shorts until proven otherwise. Yeah, aiming for just tapping into the gap. Hopefully, would be a. Did you say 50R? Alfie, bro, you're trying to break the markets. Did you say 50? Was it like 5.0 or you meant 50R? If you meant 50R, bro, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy if it's 50. Wait, let's see. Was that a tap in? Okay, that was. Yeah, so I mean, two things could happen. Two things could happen on the NASDAQ. We could open up immediately, just rip down, just get back into this area. Right. In that case, we'll have to be patient to wait for a pullback to see what happens after the pullback. But hopefully we get like that liquidity sweep in terms of price pushing. In terms of price pushing to this high, and then we can get an entry. That is the only way we can get a short, right? 50R, bro. You top tick the markets, bro. Alfie, you top tick the markets. I won't lie. Your stop was just above that daily high. Bro, that's wild. That's wild. If I may ask, what strategy did you use to take that trade? All right, market opens in 8 minutes, guys. Market opens in 8 minutes. So we should be locked in, guys. Should be locked in. I reckon that it would kind of this is what I think would happen. And this is just me thinking, all right? I feel like the market will just play around for some time. And then at some point it might just aggressively move up and then aggressively bounce back to the downside, right? So yeah. Do I have any good strategies I would recommend? Based on how I trade, strategies. Based on how I trade, right? I think the closest strategies to how I trade would be ICT. But ICT has, I feel like ICT has a ton of things that are not necessary, you know? C of an order block. Oh, an hourly order block. That's interesting. C of an hourly order block. Let me check. Okay, that's it. I'm not seeing the OB you're referring to, but anyway, anyway. Rejection block or order block. All right, we do have 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes. See what we can get. I need to get the stream started inside the Discord. 1 second. Guys, let's get more likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get them to at least 1,000. Let's share the stream. Let's get a lot more people inside of the stream. Thanks for the likes. I do see those likes, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, where is it? All right, so we good. Let's get the likes up. We're how many in here? So basically, the likes actually help push the stream out so that we can get a ton more people in the stream. Yeah. So I think I looked at gold, right? Gold. It seems gold has already started to move to the downside. But you can tell it's kind of consolidating. So you guys should be careful. Even though it might continue pushing down, you have to be careful. Right? NAS 100. Oh, one thing I don't like about these moves is, you know what can happen. This price can just open up, right? It wouldn't take liquidity to the upside before it turns around. It will just open up and just go. Those days I don't really like because sometimes when it happens like that, you literally don't get an entry, right? You would see it clearly moving, right? You see clearly moving down, and something will be like, hey, let me try to take an entry somewhere here, or let me try to take an entry somewhere here. But the risky thing about those kind of trades is if the market wants lower, right? It usually doesn't go in a straight line like that, right? There could be pullbacks, and some of the pullbacks could be very deep pullbacks. So if you say, hey, you're seeing like an entry model somewhere here or somewhere in this pullback, so let me take the trade. You know, before you know, price is like ripping you out of the market, and then it finally goes in your direction. So sometimes I like to take the trades at the best level, right? If price doesn't come to that level, I usually would leave it alone. I would not chase it. Okay. So let's see what we can get. See what we can get. Any questions, guys, before we jump into the New York Stock Exchange open? Oh, this thing could just open and rip to the downside. On the 30-minute time frame, it's already looking like it's ready to go. It's already looking like it's ready to go, guys. But hopefully, hey, we're at almost 1,000 likes. Nice. We're almost at 1,000 likes, guys. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what kind of reaction we get. So from time to time, I will be popping into the gold chart as well. I know a lot of you watched gold, so I will be popping into gold just to see how things are going. And if there's any trade idea, I will let you guys know. Zado Polo Colo. What's good? Your name is interesting. Zado Polo Colo. Where are you from though? Where are you from? Why does this thing keep happening? I keep having to like move the charts. I keep having to move the charts, guys. I need to fix that. All right, let me see if I can make this a little better. Okay, all right. Let me know if you guys can still see my screen, okay? Notice that I've been moving the thing multiple times, which is quite annoying. Zado was good. Was good, my bro. All right, all right, all right. Let's see the distance. Okay, we have 140 points, which is okay, which is not bad. Market opens in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market is open, guys. The market is open, guys. Let's see what reaction we get here. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. See what the market makers want to do at the open. I know some people, once the market opens, they already pick a side and they start like spamming, let's say buys or spamming sells. That's a very dumb thing to do. Like, I don't know, but like to take your trades immediately at the open, you have to be a hedge fund or a bank or a big institution that has enough liquidity to have like a big stop loss right? Um, so ideally, you just need to, as a retail trader, right? You just need to wait, let the market show its hand, and then you ride with the trend or whatever. Because the market does leave clues, right? Nothing is random. The market leaves clues. And if you're able to spot these clues, you would be able to make money in these markets, right? That and also not like breaking your rules every time, right? So market has opened. What do? We spiked up. We've pushed down into that gap. Nothing significant just yet, to be honest. But it looks like we're trying to fill this gap. Now, looking at this, right, what do you think? Guys, be honest with me. Looking at what price has done right now, what do you think people are doing? Okay. Just let me know what you think people are doing at this point. Like looking at what price has done like this. What do you think retail is doing? What is retail doing? It's very obvious. Retail is selling, making it very obvious for retail. Very, very obvious. Like somebody who see this, like somebody who come into the charts, hey, we're selling off. Let's sell, let's sell, let's sell. Like putting in a lot of sell orders. And yeah, you can make some money, but it will be short lived. We're digging down. We've taken out this low. Okay, you guys can see my screen. All right. So we've taken out this particular low, which is a significant low. Let's see how it's looking on the 30. All right. We've taken out that low and we are continuing to push. Okay. Yeah, I need to start the Discord. Hold on. Starting. So what are we doing? All right, so we've had that initial push to the downside, right? Early sell strap. Yeah, early sellers. It looks very obvious. Like when something is looking very obvious on the charts, you have to question. You have to question it. Sometimes yeah, it works out, but this is too obvious. So that's where patience comes in. I'm not in a hurry to jump in anything here. I'm not looking at any gaps in here to say I'd like to take an entry or anything of that sort. Right. I do have a, what do you call that? I do have an opening drive entry model, which I think I've mentioned it on the stream, right? The opening drive is you look at the first 3-minute fair value gap that forms at the open. And it happens when the market opens up and immediately rips. It doesn't take out liquidity, immediately opens up and goes in one direction. What I'm just going to tell you about the strategy, okay? The first 3-minute fair value gap that is left, right? Just see what happens inside of it. If price succeeds in creating that gap and then price comes into that gap like so, and then breaks below the prices, the opening and closing prices right here, there is a high chance that price would at least go a 1:1 beyond the close, right? So something like this, right? That is the opening drive move. And it happens when price does not, like we're bearish, right? And price in this case has not taken out liquidity and it leaves one fair value gap. Price comes into that fair value gap and closes below, right? That is the opening drive. But I don't, honestly, that's not like my A plus. It's like, the price is going and you want to jump in the trade because you feel like it's leaving you. That's how I feel when I'm looking at that, right? So already you can tell that we are not creating that 3-minute gap is not forming. You can tell it's not forming. And now this is where anyone who gets into a short trade, right? When they see this candle, they're panicking, right? Hey, hold on, guys, hold on. Hello, hello, hello. What's good, G? Yeah, I hear you now. All is well, my G. How was the weekend? Oh man. I know, right? Yeah. Leg days, man. I've spent like over a year in the gym, right? And bro, I still haven't gotten used to like leg days that like when you're true to yourself, like when you really go hard on leg days, bro, I haven't been able to overcome that. And I understand why people skip leg day, bro. It's like, huh, man, who's looking at my legs? Right? Who's looking at my legs? Yeah, it's the arms, bro. It's the shoulders, the chest. Man, SPs and gold cells. Yeah, yeah. We're looking like very similar PA to NQ this morning. So I understand. All right, guys. So we're still waiting, guys. We're waiting for a deeper pullback. I'll let you know when it's ready. I'll let you know when it's ready, but I'm expecting a deeper pullback. This is literally not the pullback I'm looking out for. Okay. Ideally, right? You see these highs right here. Ideally, I want these highs to get swept. Okay. I want these highs to get run through. Once they do get run through, then I will be interested in taking shorts. Okay. Right. And we're going to test the whole thing to see if my trade my trades will get into the Discord automatically and also get into the Telegram as well. We're testing it out today. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. So Monday, guys. Mondays, trust me, Mondays are days like you don't have to rush anything at all. Do not rush. If you are not getting a setup on Monday, don't rush it. Okay. Don't try to say, oh, the price is going, bro. It's not worth it on a Monday, right? It's literally not worth it on a Monday. If we were to go through the entire session and I don't get a trade, I really don't mind. And that's what you have to get to as a trader. That you should accept it when you know you don't get a trade. The markets are not going anywhere, and I have it written down here on my table. Right? It says, "Leave it alone. The market isn't going anywhere." All right, that day is not today. All right, so if you don't get a trade, just leave it alone. The next day, you can probably catch a good trade. Okay. Yeah, G. I'm looking for shorts, but I do want a deeper pullback. You see that there are some relatively equal highs created above price, right? And those highs are sitting inside of a 30-minute fair value gap. Okay. Now I want price to come there. I want price to pull back, come sweep those highs back into that gap, and potentially give us a move to the downside. So I reckon that, yeah, if it doesn't come back there, GG's, that's cool. But if it does, then that would be my entry. We've done how many minutes? 11 minutes into the open, and it looks like we're still trapping. We might still be trapping sellers. I'm really not surprised because of the gap here. Uh, so basically, right, the gap serves as it serves as a magnet. The gaps usually work like fair value gaps. That's how I see those gaps. Right, price usually will come into them, take out all the orders in that area because price did not get a chance to trade through um, that range. So usually it will just price will come if you are someone who has looked at the order book order flow, you would understand why price really likes to come close gaps because there are a ton of orders sitting in that level, um, you know, waiting for price to get traded through. So price will at some point come take out all the orders if they are very significant, and then after that it will just do whatever it wants to do. Okay. So it is pushing. It is pushing. It is pushing. So at this point, we're just being patient, guys. We're being patient. Guys, do we have any significant news? Do we have any significant news releases today? I doubt. I doubt that we have any significant news releases. Let's quickly pop into financial juice. Forex Factory. Let's see. Today's date. All right, today's clear. We don't have anything today. Tomorrow we have orange folder, CB consumer confidence. That might not also move the market so much. Wednesday we have FOMC. Wednesday we have FOMC. So today, tomorrow, we might not get like crazy price action because people are anticipating what's going to happen on Wednesday. All right. So usually or some months ago, right, I wouldn't trade a day before FOMC because I know that people would be sitting on the fence and not doing anything, just waiting for the next day to see what happens with the interest rates. All right. Thursday, we do have advanced GDP, which could definitely move the markets. Friday, we have some orange folder as well. That would not move the markets as much, but yeah, we'll get our Friday price action. So what has happened? Price has reached the midpoint of that gap. We've reached the midpoint of that gap. I reckon that we might see. So here's what I want to see happen. All right. I want us to see us pull back. Okay. Take some liquidity above here. Price gets enough fuel. Okay. And then rips down to close up the gap. All right. That's what I'm looking to see. I want us to, at this point, somewhere around here, maybe just start to turn back around, take our liquidity, and then come back to fill that gap. If we completely fill this gap, then I don't know if we're going to get like that move to the upside to send price back down. So hopefully we can just get that reaction from here. I don't want us to completely fill that gap. I hear people are selling. People are selling on gold. Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. So what I've noticed on gold is it kind of moves. It moves before the Nasdaq. It's weird, but it moves before the Nasdaq moves. Bro, what are these guys jumping into the stream talking about signals? Easy, 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 easy. All right, guys, we are waiting. Gold, if gold is moving the same way the Nasdaq is going to move, then perhaps gold is going to pull back a little more into this area, into this gap, and then we probably see a reaction to the downside. Ooh, bro, the Nasdaq is pushing. The Nasdaq is pushing, guys. It is pushing. Oof, it is pushing, but we're going to be patient, guys. We're going to be absolutely patient. So we're going to be patient on this one. No rush. No rush. Guys, how you doing though? How you doing? How was your weekend, guys? How was your weekend? What did you guys do over the weekend? Yeah. What do you guys trade? How's trading been so far? How long have you guys been trading? How like is trading going well? Because a lot of times when I ask how how's trading doing, just a few people, a handful. I'll say like 5% of the people who come on the stream say, okay, like trading is going okay, they're making money. But a ton of people say, "Oh, it's tough. Trading has been tough. I've been taking losses." So I really want to know, guys, if you have any issues, like don't be shy. Just send a message, right? Just ask. I know some of you guys will want to hide in your shells and not ask, but hey, it's your future, right? It's your destiny. Right? You know that trading can make you a ton of money. So there's no dumb question, nothing, right? So we are pushing down and we are currently hands off. Okay, hands off. We are not touching anything, guys. We're not touching anything. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. So I'm on a 30-minute time frame currently. I'm looking to see if there's any significant structure forming this point. I am seeing something like an order block. Um, yeah, I'm seeing something like an order block, a breaker block. Yeah, bro. So we are deep into that, bro. We're like deep into that gap, halfway into that gap, right? And it looks like there's some form of a rejection happening. You know what I noticed as well on gold? It seems gold moves before, like when gold moves, right? It takes a while, and then like Nasdaq replicates the same thing. So what I noticed on gold is gold has pulled back, I believe. What did I last see? Yeah, gold is pulling back at this point, but NQ is still deep in the gap. So we might see a pullback on NQ pretty soon. Okay, the 5 minute above the gap. Okay, I see that. Yeah, yeah, I see that as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. This might be just a trap to get people selling, selling, selling. Because hey, now everyone knows everyone knows we have a gap. What do they do? Let's go fill the gap. Let's sell towards the gap. Like everyone knows that. Right. So a ton of people would be in sales at this point. A ton of people. Yeah, that's right. Guys, we are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. Bro, we sometimes we sit on the streams, right? We sit for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, like nothing, right? No entry signal. And you should be comfortable just sitting down watching a trade. Some people will come in the streams and like spend like 5 minutes. If they don't see an entry, they'll be like, hey, on to the next stream. Guys, it's about patience. It's about patience, guys. You have to be patient. Patient. Like I can't say it enough. All right. I just can't say it enough. When it comes to trading, if you don't have patience, I don't know if it's just patience, but if you don't have the ability to wait, like just to do nothing and just to look at something very boring happen, you might struggle. Right. Bullions, thanks for the follow. Let's get the likes up. Oh, we're already at 1,000. Oh, we're already at 1,000, 1,400. Nice. Alfie, you hit 50R. You hit 50R. Look, if I hit a 50R, I'm probably not trading for like a week or two. Like for real? Because that's crazy. That's a crazy risk to reward. It's a crazy risk to reward. But yeah, GG's. There's only two micros on M and Q. Right, right. I get you. But yeah, so it's a good thing if you're able to catch those kind of trades. Um, yeah, if you're able to catch those kind of trades, I think as you continue to scale your capital, you should be able to, at some point, maybe even reduce the number of trades you take, right? Because 1:50, bro. I know like super big traders hell, who don't do 1:50, like who can't do 1:50, right? So we're still waiting, guys. Still waiting. See, look at them. Look at them send signals into the group, into the chat. Guys, don't do that. You have a 98% sure signal. Then go trade, go make your money. Why are you here? Why are you in the stream? Yeah. So the 10 a.m. candle, I look at the 10 a.m. candle. Usually 10 a.m. is when you probably see that manipulation move, like the first 15 minutes is when you see that manipulation move happen. So yeah, let's wait and see. No. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Guys, guys, we're still ripping lower into we're tapping into 3 minute bearish gaps and we're still ripping lower. So today might just be hands off. If the 10 a.m. open 10 a.m. opens, right? If it opens up and I don't see an immediate push up, that might not give us an entry today. So let's see. 10 a.m. opens up in about 3 minutes. So yeah, bro. About his strategy, right? Is it just the rejection wicks? Yeah. Because from all the stuff that I watched, right? If I understand correctly, he's not always trading within the AM session. He can trade before, he can trade after, as long as price is getting into a rejection zone that he feels could send price lower. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, that candle, bro. Yeah. hmm Yeah, bro. It was literally on a 30 minute is literally a breaker block entry. It You had the move up, right? And then immediately price came down, broke that low, leaving a fair value gap. Price came into that fair value gap, and the rest was history. Oh, yeah, bro. And so on the 2 minute, we just pushed down, aggressive pullback. No, so on the two, right, we opened up immediately, just started going down, and then we pulled back, no gaps. We just had one gap at 942. Price tapped into that gap and continued ripping to the downside. An inversion. It was, yeah, kind of like yeah, kind of, but it just made sense that it would respect because the next candle was, well, an aggressive bearish candle. It just continued. So it looks like it looks like it's gonna fill that gap. Now the thing is, yeah, yeah. So the thing is, usually when the gaps are filled, there is a pullback. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to take that pullback. Just yeah. On so I'm looking at the CFD charts. It hasn't been filled on the CFDs. What's that? It hasn't been filled on the CFDs, but wait, you said it's been filled on yours. Yeah, but on futures it has been filled. For CFDs, it hasn't been filled just yet. Yep, it has not been filled. So, Mike, you said no reversals today. So the only high probable reversal is after we fill this new week opening gap, we might get a move back to the upside. That is the only high probable liquidity. Wait, there's something wrong here. All right, I'm on the wrong time frame. Yeah, so that's the only high probability. What the hell am I saying? The only highly probable trade idea is from this low. All right. But for me, because of the fact that I am looking for a bearish move and I was looking for liquidity to be taken up here, I don't think I would like to take that counter trade back to the high. Why? If you look below price, what do you see? We see a previous day's low. I don't know if you guys can see that. Friday's low is right here. So even though we fill this gap, price can say, okay, so yeah, we filled it up, we filled the gap all right, but I really want to come take previous day's low. And if you decide to take that reversal, right, price could pull back a little bit and just come back for this low, which I really don't want to do. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. At this point, there's on this, I'm looking at the 30 minutes as well to see if there's anything significant forming, right? Now, the only time something significant would form that will get me interested in this particular trade is, okay, so we've closed the gap. Let me take this off. Now, if we do have this 30-minute gap successfully formed, okay, that would be something like this, drawn up like this, okay? So let's say we leave this low alone, all right? Let's say we leave this previous day's low. We leave it alone. We don't tap into it. We don't take it out. I will just be waiting for a pullback into, hold on guys, pullback into this 30-minute gap. And then see if we can get like a rejection from somewhere in the gap, right? And then take price down to these lows, right? That's the only time I'll be interested. So that means that we have to wait another 25 minutes or 24 minutes. Is it 25? Yeah, 25 minutes so that this gap is solidified. Now, when this gap is solidified, then all we're waiting for is we're not waiting for price to come all the way up here. We wait for price to come into the gap and show us some signs of a rejection. And then we can probably take the move down. So that's literally the reason why I don't want to take a counter trade, a counter trend trade, right? It means that I have to fight against this big gap. Okay. Yeah, CFD is NAS 100 is what I'm looking at. Yeah. On the Pepperstone chart. And bro, I've been looking at the CFDs because I've been, working on the indicator, trying to get the trades that I take on the CFDs, try to send the trades out into the Discord. Yeah. And Pepperstone is kind of allowing me to do that. So I have an account with them actually. Yeah. So we've closed the gap, bro. Are you looking to take a reverse off? Yeah, CFDs are filled up. Yep. EM low. Yeah, I see it. That's Friday's low as well. Yeah, that's Friday's low. I see it. I see it. No. We do have FOMC on Wednesday. So mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in about 22 minutes, we'll have a 30-minute gap above price. So I wouldn't want to fight against that 30-minute gap above when it's formed, right? I'd rather maybe wait for a price to pull into that 30-minute above and maybe still continue riding the trend down to the previous day's low. That is, if we leave that low alone, right? Then it will make sense. But we could tap into that 30-minute gap and then come down. So I think, yeah, yeah. So at this point, it's just hands off, bro. I'm just hands off. Guys, my my indicator, right, actually took a trade on gold. It took a trade on gold, and I wasn't even aware because I've like silenced the I've silenced the alerts. The alerts are going somewhere else. But it took a trade on gold, right? Right here stops up here, and look, it made profit. Amir, what's good, my G? What is good, G? You made some money today? You made some money. Oh, that was a nice move. I don't know if I should be sending out these signals. Yeah, like the win rate on gold is not the best. Let me see what the win rate on gold is. I don't think I like the win rate on gold, to be honest. The win rate is 63%. Um, yeah, I don't think I like that. Anything above 75% is good to actually go commercial, but yeah, I don't think it's good enough. I'm good, bro. I'm doing fantastic. We're looking at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has been aggressively dumping and hasn't really given any opportunities to take any trades. But hopefully maybe in like 15 would have a pullback into a significant gap, and then maybe we can catch something. But yeah, we're just watching, bro. Wait. Let me take a look at this real quick. Is that what I think it is? Mhm. Interesting. So there's this 30-minute order block, right? 30-minute order block that price has tapped into on Friday. It tapped into it on Friday, and it's now tapping into it once again. It's like from far away, like from long ago, from when? May 5th. Okay, so May 5th, price never tapped into it, and price did tap into it on Friday. You waited for a retracement in the 15, but still none. Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, you have a couple gaps on the 15. That's true. In fact, you have multiple gaps on the 15. One, two, three. That is true. But I'm looking at that singular huge 30-minute. Oh yeah, the 15-minute could actually work out. This one specifically, this one right here. But in fact, any of them can actually work, though. Any of them can actually work. Really depends on the reaction. We had a 5-minute, but I don't trade 5-minute retracements. Okay. Yeah, true. True. We had a 5. I believe we had a 3 as well. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think I'll wait till price takes on liquidity on NQ and wait for a reversal. Yeah. So Saint is actually waiting for a reversal. He's waiting for some signs that maybe like an IFEG to happen in this area. I don't know if that is setting up. Okay, well, it's kind of setting up. So that could actually send price up. But for me, because I don't want to fight against all those gaps, like Amir is saying, the 50-minute gaps above price, for me, there's a significantly large 30-minute gap above. Because I don't want to fight against all of those gaps, I would rather wait for price to get into those gaps, wait for some form of a reaction, and then take price lower. Okay. When we take out PD low, think I'm bullish. It's a good idea. Amir, it's a good idea. When price takes out a previous day's low, there usually is a pullback. In this case, if price takes out previous day's low, I'll advise you to be careful for a reversal, because look, we've closed that new week opening gap. We've closed it totally. All right. And now what happens is when we fill the new week opening gaps, usually there's a pullback. Like we don't go to the next liquidity level before the pullback, right? As soon as we close, or even before we fill it completely, there is a pullback. But that pullback has not come. It's like super aggressive, right? And it's still moving. And mind you, we've already taken Friday's high. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that we could see even more lower prices. We could see lower prices. All right, even after we take out the previous day's low, we could, like, it could take out the low, like move down a little bit, and then give us some pullback to continue lower. All right. So yeah. Also, unfilled 4 hour. Ooh, bro, that's true. And the unfilled 4 hour is even more significant, right? It's even more significant. Kind the entry or the tap in kind of aligns with the 30-minute I have drawn here. There's a 30-minute gap. So hopefully we can get something. What I'd like to see is for us to leave the previous day's low, previous Friday's low. I want us to leave Friday's low alone and then start to get that aggressive pullback so that we can probably take a trade. Done. You said your TikTok's been shadow banned. Why though? Why do you think so?
So, like, I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
When I started like posting stuff on my TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Easily, as soon as I post, I'd be getting likes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Literally, as soon as I post, right? The second I post, not even like 30 seconds in, I'll start getting likes. Okay. I'll come back to it later on. I got 200-300 views. You know, it's moving nice. Now, bro, you look at my content. I'd be lucky if I get one view or one like. Right?
Yeah.
Which indicates towards something. It can't just be out of nowhere, right? If it was 1-2 videos, cool. But
You know
some
something? Look, I'm experiencing something similar. And I don't know if it's something about trading content. Because if I look at my stats, right, how can two separate videos have 140 views, like the same number of views on two particular videos? Like it doesn't make sense. So you see, like it's like they're capping it, the number of views or the number of impressions they're sending out.
What about everybody else?
I think okay, so here's what it is. I think so I saw this video online, right? Someone was saying you need to try different types or different styles of content, right? And one can like pick up and that like opens the floodgates, right? I don't know. I don't know what type, but maybe content that still around the same trading, but maybe different scenario, or I don't know, maybe a comedy, a scale. I don't know. That's what someone was saying. And they were also talking about experimenting with the time, the video time. So like shorter videos for like if you have fewer views, then you can look for something engaging but something very short. So people can watch and loop around that short period, right?
Right. So that's
Yeah.
what so see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
I've been utilizing that, but like that's why you would notice I drop 2 videos a day depending on.
Sometimes not patient, man. Amir, yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. Let me be honest with you guys, right? I look, you can't take away that kind of but I'm trying to Saint is trying to tell me something. I'm trying to hear what he's saying.
That short form content posted, right? Then I have slightly long form content like 60.
So what I was saying is, guys, the that emotion of trying to jump in, that fear of missing out, the fact that you want to take another trade, recover your losses, that feeling never goes away. Okay, that feeling never goes away. Right? You every single time if you take a loss, something deep in your mind is going to tell you, hey, take another trade. It never goes away. Like if you go ask any trader and they're going to be very honest with you, it never goes away. The only thing is you acknowledge that yes, that feeling is there, and you telling yourself, okay, like you catching yourself in the thought, right? And saying, no, nah, that's not me. That's not your personality. Okay. And if you haven't gotten to the stage where you can control those impulses, all right, you need to distract yourself. You need to distract yourself with something else. So I was reading a book last night. All right. I think it's trading as a career or something. I forget the title. But it was talking about this sailor, okay? I think it's a story. I don't know if it's a myth, but every time they go to a certain point at sea, right, they hear these songs, these mermaids or whatever, and it kind of entices the crew members to jump into the ocean and and they never come back. And apparently like the music is so like appealing and stuff like that, and that's what gets them to jump in. So he wanted to experience that, but he didn't want to fall victim to them. So he asked the crew members to kind of tie him up, okay? Tie him up and then put wax in their ears so that they don't hear the sounds. And what? They got there, he was able to hear, and he couldn't jump because like he was tied up. So the lesson there was sometimes those emotions you cannot do anything about those emotions. So you have to be able to create constraints to prevent yourself from doing certain things. For some people, it's shut your computer off and leave. But some people don't have that control. Like it's easier said than done, right? You can't just shut your PC off and go. Some people can. I know people will say they take one trade, two trades, and go, bro. It's not that easy, all right? So you might want to. So for me, for example, I have this trade panel thing that I could easily set up on MT5, and I can say, okay, so this is my max loss a day, or this is the max number of trades I need to take a day, or what else does it have? Um, or max weekly loss, or max monthly loss, max daily profit, max weekly profit, right? So I can set this. I can say, okay, so once my daily loss limit is hit, just shut the system, no, shut the MT5 panel down and don't allow me to open it up until the next day, right? So as soon as it hits, it wouldn't even allow me to close the trade. Like it will just close the trade by itself and it will just shut it down. If I open MT5, it's not going to open, right? So I mean, if you're having challenges with that, I reckon you guys go try it out. It's called Trade Panel MT5. I don't know. I think some other platforms also have similar stuff. Futures platforms also have lockouts that you can use, right? And it just prevents you from taking trades that you're not meant to take. It's as simple as that. If you feel like you don't have the self control, you have to try it out. You have to try it out, guys. We have taken out Friday's low. We've taken out Friday's low, and we're continuing to push. So at this point, everyone is literally looking for a reversal, right? Everyone is looking for a reversal at this point. Yes, we might get a reversal, but you have to be careful because of what I said. We've totally disrespected that new week opening gap, and we're continuing to push. So there's a high chance, okay, there's a high chance that we're going to continue pushing lower. Now, this is the area I'm looking at, right? I want to see price push back into this area, and then we continue to take price to the downside. So when price comes here, we'll see. I will be looking out to catch a short if we get in here. In about 5 minutes, this gap will be a valid gap. Okay. In about 5 minutes, this gap will be a valid gap. So let's hang on, guys. Let us hang on. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. Hellraiser, Stevenson, Mr. Kwabena. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're following. Make sure you spam the likes. If you wanted to learn how to trade, just make sure you follow. I am working on, guys. I am working on some videos that kind of teach exactly how I read the market and how I trade. I think I need to push those videos out really quickly because I think some of you guys are asking. So I'm going to do that. Maybe over the next couple of days, I'll be releasing a couple of those videos on YouTube. And yeah, in terms of me taking my signals, me taking my trades, full transparency, I will be sending out all that information automatically. I'm still trying to figure it out automatically on inside the Discord and inside of TikTok. So yeah, if you want those signals for any reason you want those signals, you can get access to them inside my bio. The link in my bio will give you access. All right. So wow, today has been a super bearish day. Today has been super bearish. No chance whatsoever to jump into any trade, which is, I don't know if it's unfortunate, but yeah, it tells you that there are some days, right? Some days you not get anything. Like there are some days like today, it's literally nothing. Literally nothing. Literally nothing, guys. But it's interesting. It's interesting. The gold actually caught a trade. The indicator caught a trade on gold. It took a short right here. I guess yes. After we tap into this 30-minute gap, okay, and we had a rejection from the gap, it immediately took that entry, and it targeted, I believe, a 1:3. No, 1:2. Sorry. So let's see if that was it. Yeah, exactly. So that was a 1:2. Exactly. Right. We'll see how it performs. Right. Today, tomorrow, in fact, the entire week, we'll see how it performs. Right now, I'm only sending the signals for my active trades on. I'm only sending the signals for my active trades on, like on the live stream. Right. When I take the entry, it immediately goes. But I will think about how to send these ones from the indicator straight to the Telegram as well. See someone in the chat. I need friends from Ghana so that I can learn their culture. You need friends from Ghana. Michaela. Good for you. All right. Ooh, so you see what I said about the pullback? Everyone is anticipating a pullback, and you see what we're doing? Continuing to rip. So guys, be careful. We've taken our previous day's low, and we are still pushing. So today might be one of those days where we might not catch anything, and you guys should not be chasing. There are days where you don't get trades, and the best thing to do is to just keep your money safe. Just to don't try to chase price. You see it moving down, so something is telling you, "Hey, let me sell." A lot of times you try to do that, price will go against you. Right? There are some days like today where price is just going, price is disrespecting areas where it should respect. And it keeps going. And the reason why I'm saying you shouldn't do that is it's not sustainable. It's absolutely not sustainable. Mm. Yeah. So I mean we're gonna wait. We do have about 30 minutes. 30 minutes until we come to the end of the session. But in 30 minutes, when it comes to trading, 30 minutes is enough time to see craziness. All right. 30 minutes is enough time. Whoa, 500 points. That is absolutely insane. 500 points already. Yeah. So, as I'm saying, like 30 minutes is enough time to see a lot of craziness, especially on the NASDAQ. So, we do have our point of interest right here. Okay, we do have a point of interest right here. Only thing we're waiting for at this point is to get a move to the upside. All right, we want to get a move to the upside to probably catch a move back to the downside. All right, so we are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. So I do have my levels marked down. Best case scenario, we come up here, we tap in here, and then we push down at least at 1:2. All right. Best case scenario, that's what could happen. Um, Another scenario is maybe we pull back into this 30-minute gap, right? And then there's some reaction, we catch a trade to the downside. All right. So those are the two things that I reckon could happen. So only thing we have to do now is just be patient. Okay. We just need to be patient. But if I were to pick one level, I would pick this 30-minute because that sits within, yeah, it sits right above the 50% of this move down. So we could have something like this, right? Get a reaction from here, and then price will continue to the downside. All right, so we're just gonna wait. We have a unfilled daily gap on NQ. Unfilled daily gap. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. But it's quite refreshing, moving out of this nastiness for the past 2 months, 3 months. It's kind of refreshing that we're breaking out of that. All right. We do have yes, a gap, a bullish daily gap. Yes, we do. Absolutely. We do have an order block as well, a daily order block, which we're about to tap into. Let me just mark that out. A daily OB. A daily. Oh, come on. I need to save this as a template. Daily order block, which is also significant for price to tap in and go. Who are these guys who come in the streams and be like, they need friends from Ghana? And is this where to get a friend from Ghana? Yeah, but even blocked the wrong person. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. So we're still moving. Amir, thanks for bringing that up because, yeah, it is significant. We could definitely clear that, like close that gap, tap into that OB, and then see that pullback happen. Okay. So I marked that gap here. Let's see if we tap in there and we reverse. You're going off the charts, man. They're giving me no retracements. Yes, yes, yes. Honestly, to be honest, right? Like I want to be very honest with everyone on the stream. We might not get a trade today, right? So I might just be giving you a few tips here and there about the strategy and whatnot. But looking at what has happened, usually when you have an aggressive move like this, a lot of times, if you're not getting an aggressive move back to the upside, you're going to see price just consolidate. So you have to be prepared for that and not like try to chase price. All right. Gold hasn't completely filled that gap. Gold is kind of still playing around. Um, yeah, but it looks like it wants to head lower. Right. This is what's that? An order block. This is actually a nice level for gold because this level is where we have the OB getting closed up. Sorry, we have the new week opening gap getting closed up, and we're tapping into an order block as well. So until price gets down here, we might not get a reversal. Okay, on even on NQ. So just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. One last question, bro. How much attention do you give ES? I'll say like 5% of my attention, to be honest. I yeah, 5%. Like if I'm fully, talking about SMTs and whatnot, like I literally don't look there. I literally don't pay too much attention there. Oh, this thing got a trade on ES right here, and I close right here. Yeah, bro. I honestly don't look at ES. I focus my attention on NQ, right? I focus all my attention on NQ. Grab 345 puts on QQQ at open. They're now worth 720 a piece. Sick rips. Sick rips. Nice. Nice. That's cool. We've been absolutely dumping. We've been absolutely dumping on the NASDAQ, oof, which is wild. Okay, so we do have, let's see, we do have a valid 30-minute gap above. We do have a valid 30-minute gap above. So look, until we're getting some form of retracement, I won't be engaging the markets, guys. Until we're getting some form of a pullback, I won't be engaging. But take notes, guys. Just take note of this level. Take note of all these levels, and let's see what happens. Guys, let me put a. I'm just testing the indicator to see if it'll send this into the Discord and send this into the Telegram. Hold on. I'm going to place a limit. Let me place a limit order. Let me. I'm setting a limit order. Let's see if it sends it out. Oh, it does. It does, actually. All right, so I put a limit order, and it sent the limit order into the Telegram. GG's. GG's. Did it send it into the Discord? No, it did not send into the. All right, we'll figure it out. It didn't go into the Discord, but it went into everything went into the Telegram. Everything went into the Telegram. All right, cool. Hold on, let me. Oops. Yo, G, sorry. I'll just try, bro. I was trying to navigate my way back to the window. You're asking what do I have, right? Let's see. So low resistance, where above or below? Yeah. Arson NQ, what's good, my G? Yeah, it's been I've been on the streams like consistent for like 2 weeks. Yeah. Amir, take care, bro. I appreciate you. Life with An, yes. This is the NASDAQ. Okay. Yeah, we've done about 500 points since sometime after. No, in fact, we've done 700 points, point of correction. And when we have moves like that, it just begins to go sideways at a point in time. So I'm not like, yeah. So if we don't get a pullback, or if price just begins to like move sideways, I wouldn't mind just leaving it alone, you know. Okay, thanks. Do I stream New York every day? Yeah, yeah. I'm live on the New York session every single day. So on TikTok and on YouTube as well. So if you want my full screen, you can get it on YouTube. Saying come again. Not exactly from the AM open, but like a little bit above. So some around 8 8 a.m. Eastern.
You consider that from? No, I was just looking at the AM open.
Okay. From AM open it's like 600, I guess.
But now it's done like
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dropping. It's dropping. Life with Anne. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for sharing the live. Oh, nice. I appreciate you.
All the key that we from. And because that
Yeah, Life with Anne. So I'm on every single day. I try to make it on every single day. All right, let's see. When I take off the pending order, let me see if it takes off the pending order in the Telegram. Okay, I took off the pending order and it took it off. Nice. So we're good. We're good. So everything I'm doing is actually being sent into the chat, which is absolutely wild. So I'm going to replicate that for the Discord, and you guys would get all my updates live in real time. I'll be here every day then. All right, all right. And absolutely. Where are you listening from though? Yeah, bro. Saint. So in about 15, right? In about 15, the session ends. I don't know. A lot can happen in 15 minutes. I know, right?
yeah.
A lot can happen in 15. We know price. So let's see. Accra. Nice, 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 nice. My Accra brethren are in the stream. Nice. I'm also streaming from I'm also yeah, I stream from Accra. Yeah. Um you know what I'm noticing? Saying you know what I'm noticing as well? We are inside a daily this is like I'm reaching, but we're in a daily order block from
Right.
where is that from? A daily order block from May 4th, 4th May. All right.
Okay.
And that we just filled up the daily gap, fair value gap. We're tapping into that daily order block. So hopefully maybe there could be like a pullback from here. But who knows? We're watching. E-gamer, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the likes. Guys, let's get the likes up to like 5K. Let's see if we can get the likes up to 5K. 5 Robin, share the live. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing the likes. Bro, I'm even confused. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live. I do appreciate all of you. All right, we're trading the NASDAQ. I know some of you trade gold, but we're trading the NASDAQ. We look at gold from time to time. And we're just waiting for a trade idea on the NASDAQ, which it doesn't seem it doesn't seem like we're going to get that trade idea, but we're going to be patient, all right, for the next 15 minutes because, bro, bro, let me say, in about 9 minutes, 10 minutes, a whole lot can happen on the charts. Saying, were you calling my name?
Yeah, then 2 minute gap.
Hmm. 2 minute gap. A 2 minute gap was formed at 10:28 a.m. No, hold on. 10:40. So that's like two candles before the current candle. There is a gap there. That is about to get flipped. Look, you're looking for an IFEG, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. About to get that flip right there on the one, right? Would you take that long?
No, no, no. Again, this is not delivering for nothing. I need price to break even. So
Okay.
that would be the third price back down. But I can't take the balls based on all of that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Bro, price is too aggressive to actually take a long. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks for the likes, Marjan. Bro, sorry if I butchered your name, but thanks for the likes. SBU, thanks for hopping in. Thanks for hopping in. And guys, there, let's get the likes up. We're at 2K, 2,300 likes. Let's get to 5K. I'm sure we can get a lot more people in the stream at 5,000 likes. Sifesile, Zikalala. Bro, your names are killing me. I'm trying my very best to acknowledge you guys, but some of the names, bro, some of the names are crazy. All right, so it looks like there is some reaction happening at this point. It looks like we're getting some reaction. And I told you, bro, in 10 minutes, the kind of craziness you can see on the charts, you have absolutely no idea. So we're waiting. Let's see if we can get a pullback, maybe into this area, and then we see if we can catch a short. Okay. All right, all right, all right. We have approximately 13 minutes until the close. So hopefully we can get something before that time. If we don't, it's cool, okay? David Anuma. David, is it David Anuma? All right, thanks for joining. We're trading the NASDAQ today. We're trading the NASDAQ. Let's see what gold is doing. Yeah, gold is still trying to fill this gap right here. Gold is still trying to fill this gap. So if you ask me, right, personally, if you ask me, don't try to be buying gold at this point. Let the gap get filled before you look for longs. Okay. My gold is selling off at this point. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thanks for following. Thanks for following. I do appreciate you joining the live stream. Guys, make sure you follow so that you can get notified whenever I am on the live stream. All right. Ooh. 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 So we're waiting. We're waiting. Patiently waiting, guys. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Yeah, so you can see, when I marked this daily gap, I wasn't really taking it seriously, but you can tell that there is a reaction from the gap. Right? I had to go back, I had to go to the daily time frame, I had to zoom out, and I think it was Amir who actually raised it that we're actually at a significant area that could create some form of a reaction. So right here, if you can see my charts, there was a gap here, and then there was one bearish candle, which serves as the order block. And that is where price just got into and is now reacting from there. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get like some magic happening so that we can get something before the market closes. Um, Let me know where you guys are listening in from. I see 28 people in here, 27 people. Let me know where you guys are listening in from. Bro, Saint is talking about cars, bro. I'm sure he's giving up on watching this boring price action. All right, but we're getting something. We're getting something. Definitely getting something here. We are definitely getting something, guys. All right. We are getting a reaction. If only I held the shorts all day. Alfie, bro, if you held the shorts, I'm sure you'd be like 1 is to 70 or something, right? I'm sure you'd have been on 1 is to 70 by now. That's a crazy trade. So we do have this 30-minute fair value gap I'm looking at for a retracement. And I think the volume is pretty interesting. Like I like the fact that we're pushing. So I just want to see it continue for the next couple candles and see if we can catch a trade. No rush, guys. No rush, no rush, no rush. Yeah. I do see that there's volume coming in, bro. There's volume coming in. But for me personally, I'm not going to go against the bears today, no doubt. Yeah, I'd rather wait until we get into that 30-minute gap above, and then if there is a nice reaction, stop shorts back to the downside. Yeah, but unfortunately, we have like. Oh wait, hold on. You said we're almost in.
No, no, I was gonna, you wanna go long into that 30 minute.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. About falling nice, bro. You never know.
I know.
Yeah, you never know, bro. Yeah, you never know if this thing will just go bipolar. Yeah.
Tap into the closest bearish gap.
All right, so there is a nice reaction. Don't get me wrong, this is a nice reaction. So here's what I'm waiting for. I want to see. Sorry. I want to see this continue. Oops, this continue to push in here, right? As soon as I get like literally the first sign of a rejection from this area, if it's happening before session end, then I'm take it. Saying, what's up? What's up?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
My thing is crashed out real quick. I'm back. Okay, cool. I was gonna say we tapped into a 3 minute bear gap.
3 minute bang up. Yep.
Now we got now we got 3 minute bull gap below price two.
Yeah, we do.
So we now we're gonna five as well now.
Yeah, I think someone was on the stream and I think they were also looking for a tap into a 5. Or was I wrong? Yeah, I think they said they don't trade out of 5 gaps. But yeah. I see the gaps. I see multiple 5-minute gaps, actually.
The 15. Oh.
When at 15, okay. All right.
So the idea, if we're short here, these two bullish gaps, 1 minute bullish gaps will get flipped. The bull gap will meet ripping. However, correct on the side.
Dominus Star, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. And thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes as well. I do see that a number of you are new in here. So if you're new, make sure you follow. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget to follow before you leave, guys. Don't forget to follow. So we are waiting. We are currently waiting. We just want to see price aggressively rip into this area. And then we see if we can catch a trade. But looking at the time, I don't know if we can get that. I don't know if we can get that, but we're waiting. We do have about 8 minutes. I want to see that happen in about not 8 minutes. Actually 5 minutes. I want to see us push up in 5 minutes. In less than 5 minutes. Yeah, so bro, in my experience of trading the NASDAQ for a number of years, right? What I notice is that on days where you have price open up, immediately rip down into a certain area, a certain direction without any significant pullbacks, what I notice is that after some time in the session, usually later in the session, we start to see sideways price action. Okay. And that sideways price action usually leads to more more bearish price action. Okay. Um, on other days, when you have an aggressive move like that, the next thing is you have an equally opposing aggressive move back to the upside, like all the way back to New York AM high, right? So I'm very skeptical about what price is doing right now. It's kind of weak. It's not very strong. So we might just have to fade this. Thanks for the follows, guys. I do appreciate it. We are trading the NASDAQ today. We're trading the NASDAQ and we're looking for a sell trade idea. We're looking for a sell trade. I know some people will be trying to take longs up into this area, but that is super risky. I wouldn't advise you guys to take trades just because this thing is pulling back. It could go. It could literally go. So just make sure you're protecting yourselves, right? We do have 3 minutes until we see like some magic happening. Otherwise, you might just have to fade this until tomorrow. Let's see. It's moving very slow, guys. It's definitely rejecting. You can tell that it's rejecting, but it's moving very, very slow for my liking. Yeah. Guys, let me know what pairs do you trade? What pairs do you want me to kind of look at, analyze, give you feedback? Do you guys trade? Where are you guys listening in from? I want to know. Yeah, now gold is kind of also slowing down, right? After we push down, you can tell that after we push down, gold just has really done nothing, right? Sideways movement, we push down, and it's not doing much. Okay, it's not really doing much. So, all right, we have 2 minutes. What can we get in 2 minutes? I don't know if we can really get something in 2 minutes at this point. Yeah, so we might have to fade. We might have to fade this, guys. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. But in the meantime, let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. Just drop them in the comments, drop them in the chat, and I'll be happy to help you guys out. Yeah, today has been crazy. Like price has just moved in one direction. No opportunity to enter. It's just one direction. It's now starting to give us some form of a pullback, which is wild. Guys, make sure you spam the likes. Let's spam the likes, spam the likes, spam the likes, spam the likes. We have about 2,300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3K likes, guys. Let's see if we can get to 3K likes. Spam the likes, guys. Spam the likes. Savvy, welcome in. Dream 100 lots, welcome in. PNG, welcome in. All right, we're pushing, but I'm not sure if that is enough. Yeah, I don't think that is enough, guys. That is not enough for us today. That's not enough. And that's the thing about trading, right? You have to be extremely principled. So for me, I start my trading session at 9:30 New York time, which is 1:30 Ghana time. Now, 1:30 Ghana time, I trade for an hour and a half. So up until 3 p.m. Ghana time. So 3 p.m. Ghana time is 11 a.m. New York time. So once that time hits, based on data, based on analysis of data, actual data, after 11 a.m., if I take any trade, there's a probability that that trade might either be a break-even trade or it might actually be a losing trade. So I sometimes don't fight it. Okay. I sometimes don't fight it. Time is up. There's no trade opportunity. It just tells me not to force it. If only I held a short. Bro, Alfie, don't worry about it, right? I'm sure you make a lot more. I'm sure you make a lot more tomorrow. Yeah. Why an hour and a half, if you don't mind me asking? All right, so the New York Stock Exchange, where all the big players in the US, the big companies in the US, um, they're active at the New York Stock Exchange, right? Open. That happens at 9:30. And that is the time that I want to be trading. I don't want to trade outside those hours where everything is quiet. There are fake outs, there are fake moves that can make you lose money. That's why I don't trade outside those windows. But the windows where you can see price really moving is within that time. So 1:30, between 1:30 to 3 p.m. Ghana time, you can really catch the best trades, especially when you're trading the NASDAQ. For gold, you can get trades earlier than that, right? But for the NASDAQ, the best is 9:30 to. Someone is saying buy gold. Someone is saying buy gold in the chat. Guys, don't be following those kind of comments. How early for gold? So gold, right? Let me pop into gold real quick. So gold, usually the London session is when gold is very active. Like, let me see. I haven't actually taken a trade on gold in a while, but let me confirm. So, like, if you even look on the charts, right, you can even tell, like, the days that you have these long candles, you just, go check the time that that is happening. So, it's literally London session. So, this day, July 8th, for example, this is 8 a.m. Ghana time. Okay. 8 a.m. Ghana time, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Ghana time. When So it's between midnight, which is the Asia session. Price could move between that time, but obviously, if you're in Ghana, right, you don't want to trade at 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. So the best time would be in the morning, all right, like 7 a.m. between 7 to 9, 10. I think you can catch something interesting on gold. Yeah, yeah. So between 9 and give or take, yeah, between 9 after 9, and literally the whole day you can probably catch something. After 9, you can catch something up until, let's say, New York session. So let's see what NAS is doing at this point. Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing, guys. Oh, that's the thing. What? Is that serious? Okay. Like this happened after the session, right? So I'm not going to take it. But if this happened somewhere inside here, I would have tried to do something like this, right? With my stops maybe above this particular candle. Let's see. Yeah, but it's risky because look, it just tapped into this 30-minute gap slightly, right? And then it's beginning to reject. It's high risk. I wouldn't do it because it's beyond my session, but yeah, this could actually play out, right? What indicator is it? So this is my own kind of personal indicator that I developed based on how I trade. So it just helps me identify the higher time frame fair value gaps, the higher time frame order blocks, higher time frame rejection blocks, higher time frame previous day highs, previous day lows. And it kind of gives me an idea what's happening without having to go from time frame to time frame, right? So yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to have that same indicator, just I think I have to figure out a way to put it on TradingView, so that it doesn't kind of put out some secrets in the code. But yeah, just join the Telegram, right? I'll find a way to get it to you. Yeah, just join the Telegram, and I'll find a way to let you have it. What time frame do you trade? So I trade my executions are usually on the 3, but I look at the higher time frames from the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, but I am usually on the 30 minutes because the 30 minutes, when I zoom out, I see everything I need to see on the higher time frames. So I use just 2. I stick to the 30 minutes and then I drop down to the 3. And yeah, I get to see whatever is going on. But that's it. That's it, guys. That is it for the session. Make sure you guys are following. Make sure you join the Telegram, join the Discord, whichever one suits you. But if you're listening from Ghana or you're listening from Africa, I think the Telegram is more efficient because for the CFDs, I'm able to send out my trades exactly inside the Telegram. So if you're listening from Africa, from Ghana, that will be the best thing to do for yourself. Okay. And make sure you're on joining the streams because I do share a ton of information on how you can, get consistent, work on your psychology and all of that. Okay. All right. Just join. Okay. Cool. 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 I'll check it out. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was actually still on the stream, but I'm jumping off in a sec.
Yeah, man, me too. Because literally, look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, this is not worth trading. All right, bro.
That was
I'll catch you. Yeah. Catch you tomorrow, bro.
cool, man. I mean, look, ain't too bad, right? We anticipate price filling new big open gaps, so we're looking for shorts and exactly what played out. After that, just nothing much. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro. Good thing is we didn't risk money. We're on the good side.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we go
No
forward.
risk, no losses, all good.
That's it, bro. So still a good day, ultimately. Run it back tomorrow, my guy.
All right. Take care, bro.
Gucci. Take care, man. Stay safe, bro.
All right.
Hey.
Naturally fresh. It's been a long time. Where have you been? Naturally fresh. Just joined the stream. It's been forever. Forever. Miss Elinam, Nana Kwame, Bonnie, Wednesday, Abdul, Quace, Yao. Thanks for joining. Make sure you join the Telegram, all right? I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time. Ghana time is 1:30 p.m. Ghana time. And New York time, it's 9:30 New York time. But usually I come early, right? Sometimes 15 minutes early, 30 minutes early. So just make sure you're following so that you can get alerts when I'm on. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.